Hey everyone, Larry here, and I'm going to provide you a quick demo of the new rewards claim, swap, and distribution tool on the IoTeX voting website. So some of you may already seen in the delegates section, we added a new tab for distributing ERC20 IOTX to voters. And there's 3 subtabs here: claim rewards, move to ETH wallet, and distribute ERC20 IOTX. We published some detailed instructions last week with all the things that you need to do. And this is just in the IoTeX Bootstrap folder under Claim, Reward, Distribute Voters. The document has 4 main sections. The prerequisite is simply to install the IOCTL and bookkeeper command line tools. The second is to claim rewards from the blockchain. As a reminder, rewards for delegates are not directly sent to your rewards address. Rather, you need to use your rewards address to claim the rewards from the blockchain. So that's what this section is all about. The next section is for swapping native tokens to ERC20 tokens. And then finally, it's distributing those ERC20 tokens to voters. And you can see that these 3 steps align directly with the 3 new subtabs, which we'll review shortly. But the first step is the prerequisites, installing the IOCTL and bookkeeper command line tools. So as you can see here, we have the script that you need to use to install IOCTL, and you just have to open up your terminal and simply paste that command. And it's going to prompt you for a password. This password is going to be the password to your system, to your computer. I'm going to enter my password now. And after I do that, your IOCTL tool should be all set. So we have some instructions here about how to import your account or create a new account. If this doesn't make sense to you, we advise you please read the Consensus Delegates Handbook, which has all the information around what these addresses mean and what they are for. The next step here is to install the bookkeeper tool. So same process, copy and pasting this script and just executing it in the terminal. And this one should not require a password. It should just kind of process, and it looks like the bookkeeper tool is all set now. So the next section after you have the prerequisites complete is to claim the rewards from the blockchain. 2 steps you can use IOCTL tool manually to do are query your unclaimed rewards and then finally claim your rewards. We also built this functionality into the voting website here. So all you have to do is get your IoTeX rewards address. I have a sample one right here. And you're going to paste it in here and click enter. And it's going to automatically query the blockchain to see what your reward address is, what your ETH address associated with your rewards address is, and how many credits are available to claim. So if I had wanted to claim 9,000 out of the available 9,425 IOTEX, then I would claim that credit, copy this script that's automatically generated, and then follow up by submitting it to your terminal. After you execute this command, it's going to ask you for a password. Please note that this password is not your system password or your private key. Rather, it's a self-defined password that is generated using the account import function in the IOCTL tool. Please review our IOCTL documentation for the full details on how to create accounts and import accounts to your IOCTL tool. After you enter your password, the script should automatically run and process the transaction. What's going to happen is your available credits will go down by now 9,000, and these 9,000 IOTEX will be credited to your account as native IOTEX tokens. So the next step after that is going to be swapping your native tokens that you just claimed to ERC20 tokens. Right now, there's not really a completed wallet for native tokens, so we highly suggest that all delegates pay their voters in ERC20 tokens. So the first step in doing that before you distribute it is to swap those from native token to ERC20 token. Again, we have lots of detailed instructions here. All of that is managed via a lock contract. Here's the address. One very important thing to note is that the lock contract has a minimum of 1,020 and a maximum of 1,020,020 IOTEX. Anything not in this range will automatically be rejected, and the contract charges 20 tokens as gas fee for each swap. So please leave at least 20 IOTEX in there so that you can process the gas fees. So you can follow these instructions here, or you can simply go to the next tab here, move to ETH wallets. So it's a similar process. You enter your rewards address here, hit enter, and it's going to automatically query how much native IOTEX you have in your wallets. We did not fully process the other transactions, which is why it is only 4 IOTEX in this wallet, but this is just a demonstration. So I can also choose how many native tokens I want to swap. Note that every time you use these contracts, there is some kind of gas fee. So by clicking that, it's going to automatically generate this script based on my selections. So once I copy that, and I'm going to want to paste it into my terminal. And once again, it's going to ask me for the self-defined password to my rewards address. And once I hit that, then it's going to automatically lock the native tokens in the contract and distribute ERC20 tokens one-to-one to your ERC20 wallet. So now that we've done the claiming and the swapping, the last part is how to distribute the tokens. So this is the last section here, distribution to voters. The few steps here are first to create a CSV file with the calculated voter rewards. And then finally, it's using our multi-send tool to distribute all of the tokens to all of your voters' Ethereum accounts. And again, you can go through these step-by-step instructions here manually, or we built it neatly into our website here. So these instructions are a little different than the previous sections. So you're going to want to just use your registered name. For example, on the voting website here, it's going to be all of the names that are in gray. So for example, DRoute, IoTeX Team, Royal Land, IOSG, etc. So by doing that, for example, if I use IoTeX Hub, and I want to distribute rewards for epochs 150 to 151, and I've decided to distribute 85% of rewards, and I'm going to include both the epoch rewards and the foundation rewards. As you can see, by default, you have to distribute the epoch rewards, and you can choose whether or not you want to distribute those foundation rewards. But please be honest to your voters. If you tell them you're going to distribute both, please choose to distribute both. Next step is just going to be clicking here, and it's going to generate another script basically with the inputs that we defined. We recommend you guys maintain a spreadsheet to remember which epochs you have distributed. So for example, if I'm distributing 150 to 151, that should assume that I've already paid out epochs 1 through 149. So if you decided to distribute rewards every week, then please be sure to keep a note of which epochs you have paid out. And that will be the responsibility of the delegates. So by copying this to the clipboard, I can also just run that in the terminal here. And it's going to start to calculate. So as you can see, the bookkeeper tool is now calculating the number of rewards for this specific delegate for epochs 150 through epochs 151. And it's generated a CSV file here. So you're going to want to find that CSV file. So if I type this into my search bar, so showing it in the Finder, and you're going to want to upload this CSV file directly in there. So here's the CSV file that I've just generated, and you're going to want to upload it. So we're just using a test account here, but if you're using your real account, all of your voters and the amounts that you owe them for the epochs that you defined will be listed here. By clicking Distribute ERC20 IOTX, it's going to generate a MetaMask transaction, and you're just going to want to follow those steps. Again, if you want to go through the details here, there's also other ways to distribute. You can use the multi-send tool, which is what is built in to the IoTeX voting website here. Or you can use other third-party tools such as the multi-sender app. We've already seen a couple delegates look into using the multi-sender app. And that's kind of it. Hopefully this has been a helpful walkthrough. In summary, we provided very detailed instructions about how to distribute rewards, which you can follow manually, or you can use our tools that we provided here for claiming rewards, swapping to ERC20, and then distributing those ERC20 rewards to your voters.